Hey everybody, this is Steve from Landstay. One more time, bringing to you yet another property that we're selling on eBay. $1 no reserve. You set the price. Could go for $100. Could go for $1. Could go for 5 grand. We've seen actually every version of what I just described. We have been in business since 1999, and we have sold since then more than 15,000 properties, generating more than $20 million in revenue. So we're here to stay. This property today is a little unique. It's actually very unique. Well, they're all unique, but this property in particular is really interesting. It's a builder lot in southern Arizona, close to Douglas, close to the Douglas border. It's a little bit less than an acre, and what's great about it is that it's surrounded by somebody's ranch here, some structures here, which tells us all good things. Utilities are close by. People are living there, so there's some way they're bringing water in and sewage out, and the whole thing, the whole way of life is actually happening in this little area. But what's particularly interesting about this property is these little kind of alternative structures here, which a ton of our customers are interested in. This structure here is actually on the MLS, so I'm going to show you the pictures of this property. Excuse the flashiness here. It's one of these little round. See, it's right here in this cluster. Always use Zillow or Trulia to check to see if our comparison values are in reality. So, there's properties that are 4 acres. These are houses, but let's see. If you look at the values of the lots in the area, the cheapest one's 3 grand, and you're going to end up paying probably five or $600 for this in the end if it averages out the way our properties do. That's just a heck of a deal. So I check that. I would check this as a buyer, as a retail customer, on every single piece of property that I take a look at or I consider. I check on it when we purchase properties. Every single time religiously. So anyway, back to this kind of cool house. If we can find it here. Yeah, here we go. So we're looking at this house. So back real quick. This is the property right here. And this is the house that we're looking at that's for sale at Zillow. So whatever, $110,000. Let's look at the pictures of this, which is what you get a real good feel for what this real estate's like. It's kind of grassy, mountain views, mature trees around. Gives you an idea what can happen with this property. This is a water retention system they have going on here. You can see they're kind of living off the land. Excuse me. And there's your utilities all through the subdivision, carport, storage. I'm sure that these people built this property themselves, or yeah, there you go. That's this property, and then the other property's right here. So, well, okay, there's an interior view of what this thing looks like too. I've always kind of wondered what these properties look like inside this octagon-shaped thing. So this is great. Oh, there's a cool storm sunset, compost. Just a cool little lifestyle. Oh, I guess it snows there. Oh, that's just a fantastic little lifestyle. Anyway, this is not an advertisement for this house. I have no relation to these, whatever this is going on there at all. But it tells you what can happen on this size of property. It looks like the land is about the same size. These are probably, in fact, I'm sure they are separate parcels. So I think this is just based on the color of the roof. This is probably the one that they're selling there. So more about this property. It's in southern Arizona, probably about an hour from Tucson, maybe about 20 minutes from Douglas, 15 minutes. Douglas is a pretty major little town. I'm going to drive you through one of these little streets here. I'll just pick one at random so you can see. The reason I do this in these videos is to drive through these streets is because a while ago in my career, I made a very large mistake buying property in Detroit. And after I bought it, I went and did this exact same thing that we're doing right here and was horrified at what I actually bought. So that's another one of the reasons that I wanted to do these videos, to let you know, try to help everybody understand what they're buying. And then we're going to pan way out finally. See where we are in relation to Phoenix. Probably 2 hour drive. Baja California, Los Angeles, San Diego, 3, 4, 5 hour drive, depending on how it goes. So I hope this answers a ton of questions. If you do have any additional questions, please email me personally at service@landstay.com. We have a ton more properties coming up. We just keep buying and selling them constantly. So what we have here, 142 properties in inventory right now. And 1,000 more acres coming up, 48 properties coming up, so in acquisition. So yeah, if you are, we're actually in the process also of putting an education package together. What it helps us generate more customers, knowledgeable buyers. But we're putting an education package together that we're going to release for free sometime really early next year in 2015. So if you want to get on that list to receive that book, I'd be more than happy to put you on the list. It's growing pretty quickly based on these videos. Just let me know at service@landstay.com. Have a fantastic day.